Yo, what up? My name's Don, and today we're going to be checking out Kendrick Lamar's 616 in LA, which is a song that came out on May 3rd and is also a follow up to his earlier track Euphoria, which came out on April 30th. 616 in LA and Euphoria are going to give me more context into Drake's Family Matters, which is the song that I reacted to just yesterday. And they're also going to get us two songs closer to the beginning of where this battle all began. So without further ado, let's hop in and check out Kendrick Lamar's 616 in LA.
Uh, uh, yeah. It's survival, survival. I think somebody lying, smell somebody lying. I don't see no fire.
Off-white Sunseeker had the marina. Fuck a phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler, spill on my white t-shirt, the sightseer. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted, I show hub in Ibiza. Luke Callie's dwellings in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself would not fall short. Raise my hands to a falling sky. I fantasize me jumping planets, immortalized. I correspond. 3 angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. Tell me who gon' stop me. I come from love, and still cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust. Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from often. I know this type of power is gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. Yeah, somebody's lying, I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised, let's peel the layers back. Ain't no brownie points will be in your chest, harassing ant. Fucking with good people, make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash, dog, that's not even the leak. Find the Jews like cash, dog, I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever, let's see, have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Fake bully, I hate bullies, you must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't tussy slide up out of this one, it's just gonna resurface. Every dog gotta have his day, now living your purpose. It was fun until you start to put money in the streets, then lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life, I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim KTW, know you can't sleep, these images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you. 100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty, and one of them is actually next to you, and 2 of them is practically tired of your lifestyle, just don't got the audacity to tell you. But let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots, but your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little means is losing steam, they figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing, y'all need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
I don't know what to think of that. Okay, so, you know, I read that the song was sampled, right? I read that the song is sampled from a much older song, and it sounds like I would really kind of like the vibe of that older song. I mean, to be honest, like, for a second, I was like, am I even listening to the right song? Right? Because I was just like, is this, you know what I mean? I wasn't sure listening to the lyrics at first. I just wasn't sure what Kendrick was getting at. I'm like, are we addressing Drake here? Right? So I think the beat is good, and I want to separate me liking the beat from like liking the entirety of the songs. Obviously, the songs are meant to be diss tracks. I think that honestly at the start, I feel like it was a little bit hard to listen to. Just because I don't know, I maybe he was like rapping off beat in a kind of tempo or style or cadence or attack that it just felt a little forced, harsher. I don't know. I'm sure there's um wordsmiths better than me, and fans better than me that they're just like, oh, this is what he was doing and it makes total sense because, this and that, but just as a listener, it just felt a little bit harsh to listen to at first. I did like the beat. Let's see if we can find out. Okay, so 616 in LA. According to Billboard, the song was produced by Soundwave without a D and Jack Antonoff. Don't know who that is. The latter, notably Swift's longtime producer. Swift, we talking about Taylor Swift? Huh? It also samples Al Green's "What a Wonderful Thing Love Is." I guess that's the song on which one of Drake's relatives played guitar. Again, I think that the whole pulling other family members into it who probably have nothing to do with what's going on is just a little bit weird to me, to be completely honest. So we'll let the song play, and I'll give you my thoughts. We got the lyrics up here, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on 616 in LA. I think it's a good track to listen to, but we'll get into the lyrical context here and see what's up. So let me just make sure. Yeah, we're good. Let's make sure we are on there and let's go.
Uh, uh,
Yeah, when I first started, I was like, "Where's the beat?"
uh, uh. Yeah. There's survival,
I'm so picky with lyricists, and I find that
somebody lying, smell somebody lying. I don't see no fire.
okay, before it gets into it, because there's already references here in the first kind of little bit. According to Genius Lyrics, the whole it's survival" thing. I think somebody lying, smell somebody lying. I don't see no fire. So Kendrick is referring to Drake's song "Survival" from his album Scorpion, where Drake rapped about the streets and almost losing his life. Kendrick is saying that this might come true. Also, Kendrick calls Drake a liar, like he just did in Euphoria, which I will have to go listen to tomorrow. Which is a song that's double the length of this one. It's 6 minutes and some odd seconds. A pathetic master manipulator. I guess this is lyrics that he says on Euphoria. I can smell the tables. I can smell the tales on you now, but don't tell no lie about me. I won't tell truths about you. It also references the fact Drake doesn't have anything serious to say. He says, "I think somebody lying, smell somebody lying. You can smell smoke when a fire is ignited, but as he don't see no fire, what seems like an emergency is, in actuality, nothing." Drake is acting like he has serious dirt on Kendrick, even offering money in the streets to find it. But as Kendrick says later, Drake would never find anything on Kendrick. So here we go, going to the song. There's literally only one verse. It's just one. Sorry, it's just one long verse. One long 3-minute verse. So we're gonna break it up into a couple sections here.
Phantom, I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Wine cooler spill on my white t-shirt, the sightseer. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure, my visa. Passport tatted, I show hub in Ibiza. Luke Cali's dwellings in Brooklyn just to book me some pizza. Who can reach us? Only God can teleport this type of freedom. God, my confession is yours. But who am I if I don't go to war? There's opportunity when living with loss.
I was like, am I listening to a rap beat? I was like, okay.
Me jumping planets immortalized. I correspond. 3 angels watching me all the time. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace.
Okay. Before he starts into the next line, because I think I'm gonna break it in. I see the 3 sections I want to break it up into. So we're gonna stop here. Off-white sun seeker at the marina. Off-white is a term for a variety of shades that differ slightly from pure white and is the primary color on many yachts. This could also be a reference to Drake's biracial ethnicity, as he has light skin tone. Again, I'm not. I'm so over the skin tone biracial nonsense. I mean, look at my skin. Like I don't know. I'm not amused by that. I think it's really lame. Um, so we're just gonna. That's my opinion on that. Moving on. Off White is also the name of a luxury fashion house founded by the late Virgil Abloh. I'm not going to click into who that is. It's whatever. Some dude made a luxury fashion house founded by. You're right. Seeking the Sun is let's see here. Off White Sun Seeker at the Marina. Seeking the sun is done in attempts to tan your skin to a darker shade, but also like all right, but can also mean I'm like this the secondhand cringe that I get reading these references, and I'm just okay. How many more times are we gonna run into the whole skin thing in the next 4 songs I have to listen to? Because 'Cause I'm, like, straight up over it. Seeking the sun is done in attempts to tan your skin, a darker shade, but can also mean pursuing attention or fame. Off-White and Sunseeker simultaneously called Drake for trying to associate himself with Virgil to bask in his success and associate himself with black culture in an effort to mask his own insecurities about being raised by a single white mother. Also, at his insecurities about being raised by a single white. Okay. Also, at the marina is a homophone for at them arenas, referring to Drake having concerts at arena stadiums. Another meaning of Sunseeker could be comparing Drake to Icarus, who once flew too close to the sun and in turn had his wings taken and fell back down to earth. Okay, there is so much to this, but it's like a whole book just for one line. We're not going to read any further into that, because it just has to. It's just talking about like yachts and stuff like that. Okay, so anyways, fuck a phantom. I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. Um, where is that? Drake is also partial to the Mansory Rolls-Royce Phantom, a car which he acquired in 2022 after he used to rent a Rolls-Royce Phantom in 2007 for 5,000 a month to keep up his pre-fame appearance. Kendrick shares on how his take on opulence involves buying a luxury yacht that can cost over 15 million, which is around 30 times more than what a Phantom would cost, alluding to his belief that he can outdo Drake in any way. Okay. I have more money than you. As a regular person that's struggling to survive, like many of us are, I don't care how much money these people have or how they're flexing it. It's super lame, super lame. They can both buy more than any of us can afford, and it's just dumb at a certain point, like absolutely dumb. Fuck a phantom is also another double entendre. A phantom is a ghost, an apparition, which ties to Drake's ghost writing allegations. A popular theory is that Little Yachty has written for Drake in the past, which again ties back to yacht. Um, I honestly think some of these, little context additions are really stretches. I don't see how do people just. Oh my God, he said yacht. He must. There's a rapper named Yacht. Little Yachty. It must be that. It must be that. I think this just stops at like the whole fuck a phantom. I like to buy yachts when I get the fever. I think just stops at the whole it's a money flex rather than some double, triple, quadruple, sextuple, sextuplet entendre that like is every single word. Oh, he said buy. He must mean own him. Like lame. Wine cooler is spilling my white t-shirt. The sightseer. On the surface, Kendrick continues to boast about a lavish lifestyle of drinking wine, enjoying the expensive boats, and traveling the world. His white T-shirt represents humility, wealth, and self security, and wearing simple clothing often found in billionaires. Sure, okay. Sightseer is a line of paper shooting range targets made by Thompson Target. Wine cooler spill on my T-shirt. The Sightseer. Sightseer is a line of paper shooting range targets made by Thompson Target that usually come in red. The circular targets closely resemble a wine stain on a white shirt. Uh, I'm seeing a picture here and I'm like, no, it doesn't. It looks like a target on a piece of white paper. This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Kendrick both recognized the target on his own back as well as the target he now places on Drake's. Right. Trifecta, money, morals, and culture. That's my leisure. Traditional themes of money, power, and respect are obvious in Lamar's music, especially in recent songs like Euphoria and Like That, as well as in older songs like Backseat Freestyle. These concerns also tap into the overarching theme of his album Mr. Morale and The Big Steppers. Don't know it, and I'm probably not going to know it. Here, Lamar proposes a new trifecta: money, morals, and culture, three things he seems to have in abundance. Notably, he argues in Euphoria that Drake is against the culture and lacks morals, relating to the younger women he dates and the relationship he has with his son, among other things, as well as the revelation of another hidden child. Yeah, the whole daughter thing, I think, fake. Moving on, my visa passport tatted. I show up in Ibiza. This line is a double entendre, like everything. On the surface, it refers to Lamar's expensive international travel with his visa. Like, flexing money is kind of really lame, no matter who does it. Is this a rap battle, or are we just I'm better than you are. I got more money than you do. I got a better car than you do. Oh my god. Right. So his passport being so frequently stamped with entry and exit marks that they're metaphorically tatted. Wow, hard. And his numerous trips abroad representing his global presence as an artist. This directly refutes Drake's comment on push-ups. Again, I haven't heard it. You pussies can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm outside Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. Well, it could similarly be mimicking Drake on Pipe Down, where he sings, "I tatted your passport up. Now it's looking like an arm sleeve." Um, right. I'm gonna have to like be picky with what I read about the extra context because some of it's just like it's such a stretch to me. It's like where just because that word was in there, are we are it's got to be attached to something. This has to mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think people are digging pretty hard. I don't know where, especially when there's like one contributor, seven contributors, four contributors. Where are you guys? Where are they getting this from? Like I don't get it. I don't get it. This is just it's kind of like he said, she said kind of stuff to me. Unless I'm hearing it from the artist's mouth, this is what they meant, blah 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 blah. It's hard to just have all these opinions based on it almost feels like playing telephone in a classroom, and it feels like what the rapper said at the beginning of the telephone. It got to the middle of the room, and now it's got all these additions, and this person told it like this, and you know what I mean. Like you ever played the game Telephone? This is exactly what this feels like. The whole added context on Genius that I'm trying to, you know, get more context on, but I don't even know if these people know if what they're saying is the truth or not. So, Lucalis dwellings in Brooklyn just to buy me some pizza. Similar to how Kendrick mentioned eating at the Toronto restaurant New Ho King in Euphoria, he name drops the Brooklyn based pizzeria Lucali in a second diss track. This could be a direct response to Drake's second track towards Kendrick Taylor Made Freestyle, where he says, Dot, I know that you're in that NY apartment. You're struggling right now. I know it. In the notepad doing lyrical gymnastics, my boy. Kendrick claims the reason he was in New York was to secure some pizza from the restaurant known to have many celebrity guests. Is this a rap battle? Or is this like I know up in you're up in your apartment crying. He's like, "No, I was gonna get some pizza. I wanted pizza." Come on, man. Kendrick claims, interestingly, in March 2020, Drake was spotted at the Cali with basketball star and then Brooklyn net Kevin Durant, who ordered the Cali plain pie. Wow, I had to know that. That is so relevant to the rap battle of these two making fun of each other. Wow, I feel so blessed to have learned that Kevin frickin' Durant ordered the Cali plain pie in 2020 with Drake. Oh my god. Oh my god. Revelation. Revelation. That just makes the song so much better. The added context is starting to just piss me off more than anything because it's just dumb. It's just so stupid. I'm like, who could reach us? Only God could teleport the type of freedom. Uh, Okay, so they're saying that Kendrick Lamar is alluding to the idea that he's impenetrable. Um, he travels to areas and places that most people haven't heard of before. For all we know, he could be in heaven or Australia. One contributor. I hate people, dude. God, I'm not even. I'm about to stop reading the context. This is just trash. It's actually trash. God, my confession is yours, but who am I if I don't go to war? So, I'm not even reading the context here because there is none. There actually is none. I clicked on it. It's not loading. Oh, there it goes. It came up. But anyways, I don't care because it's an actual book of what I feel like is just garbage. Um, God, my confession is yours, but who am I if I don't go to war? So I guess trying to prove himself and saying that, he will go to war to prove himself to himself. There's opportunity when living with loss. I discover myself when I fall short. So, quickly just ripping through the extra context and the parts that are quoted. This is Kendrick standing firm on his principle of prioritizing God that he invoked on his April 2024 diss track. Just the one that came out April 30th, Euphoria, when he rapped, "Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that." It should be noted that Kendrick's 2022 release, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers, was centered around themes of healing and peacemaking, Father Time. The album's fifth track, even saw Lamar consider squashing his beef with Drake. When Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. Guess I'm not as mature as I think. Got some healing to do. Wonderful. So I guess just like, um, uh, I guess just like, kind of shining light on himself and kind of questioning, his path and taking it up with um, uh, being, entity, idea, whatever whatever God means to him. Raise my hands to a fallen sky. I fantasize. Me jumping planets immortalized. I correspond. Kendrick is raising his hands to the sky with prayers in order to receive guidance from God to fulfill his dreams. I fantasize. Me jumping planets immortalized. I correspond. Before that, sorry, a fallen sky is a term used to describe the world after a catastrophe, which is a sly shot at Drake after Kendrick's recent diss track Euphoria. Kendrick is essentially saying he totally annihilated him. Jumping planets immortalized could just be a metaphor for Kendrick reaching new heights in a career and feeling like he's unstoppable. There you go. I correspond with three angels watching me all the time. Maybe he's thinking that he's being protected. Kendrick speaks about fallen skies and being immortalized in the realm of rap. His three angels are the late Kobe, Tupac, and Nipsey. Okay. All three substantially well respected and huge advocates for the West Coast rap culture. Furthermore, he dropped his first track, Euphoria, at 8:23, Kobe's birthday, and this track at 6:16, Tupac's birthday. Cool. Put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. So in order to directly contrast it with Drake's poor parenting, um, I guess he's just saying he's a better father. He's at peace because he treats his kids good. Unlike most of the things he's saying about Drake with him hanging out with whatever women, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and being a bad father to Drake's kid Adonis, et cetera, et cetera. Moving on. This is now going to be sorry. This is now going to be the second part of the giant verse that is this entire song.
The time put my children to sleep with a prayer, then close my eyes. Definition of peace. Tell me who gon' stop me. I come from love, Estelle. Cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that I can trust. Timid soul, staring in the mirror, asking where I was from often. I know this type of power is gon' cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. The mannerisms of Raphael, I can heal and give you art.
Sorry, in both songs, I do like the beat. I mean, they're I don't know about in Family Matters, I didn't read anything that said it was sampled, but sample songs are usually good. I just think it's sure it's allowed. I don't know, bit of laziness in my opinion. I guess. I don't know. I just don't know. It's I know there's so many it's just like a thing in rap to sample other people's stuff, but it's just laziness to me. Just laziness to me. And I guess you can only have so many beats, so many different, cut up a beat so many different ways, whatever, whatever. I don't know. I feel like a bunch of people will disagree with me on that one, but it is what it is.
But the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. Yeah, somebody's lying. I can see the vibes on act. Even he looking compromised. Let's peel the layers back. Ain't no brownie points will be in your chest. Harassing ant. Fucking with good people. Make good people go to bed. Conspiracies about cash, dog. That's not even the leak. Find the jewels like cash, dog. I just need you to think. Are you finally ready to play? Have you ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me?
Okay. Well, we'll stop it right there. Tell me who won't stop me. I come from love, so just kind of trying to paint that divide between who he is as a person and who Drake is. Estelle, cover my heart, then open me up. It says Kendrick channels the spirit of Estelle Oliver, a lost family member, possibly Dot's grandmother. He had previously mentioned Estelle as well as other lost loved ones on United in Grief from the 2022 album Esmeralda and the Big Steppers. I was 9 when they put Lamont in the grave. Heartbroken when Estelle didn't say goodbye. Chad left his body after we FaceTimed. Um, so I guess I'm not going to read the rest of that. But I guess it goes into potentially him talking about a family member that passed away, potentially his grandmother. Remember when picked up a pen lyrics that I can trust. Um, I guess he remembers the moment when he realized his ability to write rap. A pen as a tool. Yeah. Um, okay, got it. You remember when you could pick up a pen and write? Timid soul, stare in the mirror, asking where I was from. Um, so Kendrick illustrates a hero's identity, crisis wondering where he was from and what this power will cost him personally, as there is often compromise. This power. Often I know this type of power is going to cost, but I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. Kendrick is aware that his status as a coveted generational artist will come with downsides. I don't understand what a generational artist means. Like, is there somebody that stands out, um, amongst like the best of the best. Is that what we're saying? A generational artist. But insists that he's existentially equipped to handle it. This was the theme of his 2022 album, the Mr. Morale. Heavy as the head. That's a lyric from the previous album. Okay, so a circadian rhythm. I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's just not important. I like because I gotta cut it somewhere, right? I can't just like, well, this was a reference to this album, which was a reference to these lyrics, which actually is a reference to this, and he actually got influenced by this person to write this lyric on this album. But you know what? No, I gotta cut it somewhere. So I'm trying to keep it just on the lyrics in this song and not to go far down the rabbit hole. But the other thing to note in the second line here, but I live in the circadian rhythms of a shooting star. A circadian rhythm is the human's body's inherent 24-hour sleeping cycle that dictates when and how long a person sleeps. Shooting stars, i.e., comets and meteor showers, follow similar predictable annual patterns. There are likely double entendres as well, of course. Ooh, the spooky double entendre. Lamar himself is a star or celebrity who shot or launched himself into mainstream success with the rhythm of the music he makes. On God, from his 2017 album Damn, Kendrick made a similar play on the homonym of shooting. Ever since a young man, all I want to be was a gunman, shooting up the charts. Better run, man. There you go. So the mannerisms. Moving on, the mannerisms of Raphael. I can heal and give you art. Comparing himself to the famous painter Raphael. Okay. I guess he's stating that alongside his diss tracks, his run of music can be considered to be genuine art equivalent to Raphael's. Wild. That's a wild claim to me, but okay. Um, but the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart. In Taylor Made Freestyle, Drake frames Kendrick as an industry puppet rapping. Hate all you corporate industry puppets. I'm not in the mood. I love it when you brothers talk loose like I'm not in the room. Um, in response, Kendrick made it clear of his detachment and disinterest with the industry on Euphoria. Whoever that's fucking with him, fuck you brothers and fuck the industry too. Okay. On here he doubles down on the sentiment, comparing the industry to a dead animal to be dissected. He goes on to speak specifically about the OVO camp, thereby redirecting Drake's original framing of the industry puppet back onto him. I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off me and sticks to you. Right, got it. Um, yeah, somebody's line. I can see the vibes on uh, academics. That's I guess why he said it like that. DJ Academics. I seen his name pop up a couple times on Twitter. Just oh, this person said this. Oh, are you gonna respond? I think DJ Academics is obviously just he just this person obviously just loves to fuel the fire. Um, so I mean, clearly he's loving it. I don't know anything about him. Hold on, I lost where I was. There it is. So DJ Academics has been referred to only as Academics or AC, okay, is a famous live stream that covers hip hop news and new releases. He currently has his own podcast, Spotify, this, that. He's been a big fan of Drake throughout the years and is in constant communication with him. This was made evident during the Kendrick versus Drake beef, as Academics has been teasing information and denying rumors about it through multiple posts, tweets, or claims made during live streams. Similarly, Drake constantly takes advantage of AK's reach or Academics' reach to send a message to his fans and Kendrick. Okay. So Kendrick is saying that DJ Academics looks compromised. Let's peel the layers back because I guess he's saying like, he's just maybe not being used by Drake, but he's compromised by Drake, maybe by association. Ain't no brownie points for beating your chest, harass an ant. Um, Kendrick Lamar is standing up for his manager, Anthony Ant Sala, who Drake suddenly dragged into the drama. I mean, both of them dragged a bunch of people into the drama, and I'm not even all the way through it. So, fucking with good people make good people go to bed. Just saying that like don't mess around. Good people will react or whatever. As far as Kendrick's concerned, those are good people. Conspiracies about Cash Dog, that's not even the leak. This is a response to a line on push-ups where Drake alleged that Cash XO, the weekend's manager, was blowing Abel's money on men. Cash blowing Abel, bread out here tricking, shit we do for bitches, he doing for brothers. This further alleges that Drake has a leak or mole within his camp, a claim Kendrick makes several times on the song. Per Kendrick, Cash XO isn't the leaker, but somebody closer to the center of OVO. Drake needs to think more to find out who. This claim was also made by The Weeknd on All to Myself. They can never diss my brother's baby when they got leaks in the operation. I thank God they never signed my life away. Right. So obviously these are people that Drake addressed in Family Matters, right? He was addressing everybody. That video was way too long. So find the jewels like Cash Doll. I just need you to think. Um, so Kendrick also name drops Cash Doll, referencing a burglary where the rapper had 500K worth of jewelry stolen. Additionally, um, she and her ex broke up because of Drake, which gives Jewel a double meaning. Cash Doll is a jewel of a person who Drake tried to find slash date. Gotcha. Are you fine? I don't understand what that has to do with the diss here. I really don't. Some of these things I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I feel like some of these lines back and forth with each other just have nothing to do with ripping each other apart. I just don't know. It's so high school. Are you finally ready to um play Have You Ever? Oh, is that where I paused? Okay, so let's continue here.
Fake bully, I hate bullies. You must be a terrible.
Oh, I see. OVO is working for me. So are you ready to play Have You Ever? Let's see. Have you ever thought OVO is working for me? Again, just referencing that mole and saying that like I own you. I'm one up on you. Fake bully, I hate bullies, must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Again, just playing off that, like trying to get Drake in an insecure mindset and stuff like that. Okay. Can't 2C slide up out of this one. It's just gonna resurface. I don't know what a 2C slide is. Kendrick's references 2C slide, Drake's 2020 hit single that sees him describe the titular dance. I go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Riveting lyrics. Wow. I'm mind blown. While keeping in line with challenging Drake's artistry, Kendrick may be implying that Drake falls back on his commercial success to avoid blemishes to his reputation. He functionally did this when he used the chorus of "Life Is Good," another 2020 hit single by Future, to brush off his lost feud with Pusha T. Brothers caught me slipping once. Okay, so what? Additionally, the pre-chorus of Toosie Slide, what a terrible name, has Drake sing "Black Leather Glove, No Sequins." The line is meant to parallel himself with music icon Michael Jackson. This may connect to the cover art of 616 in LA, which is indeed a black leather glove without sequins. Okay. Um. Okay. Let's let this line finish. This is going into the next part. So there's only. I'll cut it again in two more sections. So we did four total. We're going to the third section now of the entire verse. It'll line up here in a second.
Terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tussie slide up out of this one, it's just will resurface. Every dog gotta have his day. Now living your purpose. It was fun until you start to put money in the streets. Then lost money cause they came back with no receipts. I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace, but war ready if the world is ready to see you bleed. The Elohim KTW. No, you can't sleep. These images trouble you. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only to hustle you.
Okay. And then it's the last section we'll go into. So, every dog gotta have its day. Now live in your purpose, meaning like your days are numbered. It was fun until you started to put money in the streets. So this whole section, Drake doubles down on his allegation that Drake secretly paid for people to find dirt on Lamar for him to use his diss tracks. He first alluded to this on April 2024's Euphoria. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on brothers? Y'all think all my life is rap? This gives credence to a similar allegation made by Pusha T during his and Drake's 2018 feud, where he tweeted this at Drake on May 31st. You got 100K floating around for info. Can't no amount of money create skeletons that don't exist. Hashtag I'm upset. Lamar laughs this off as a futile act, implying that his coveted reputation hides no damning secrets due to his peaceful nature. That said, he's willing to engage in violence if necessary. Right. So, anyways, the line is, it was fun until you started to put money in the streets and lost money because they came back with no receipts. Saying you can't find anything on me. I'm sorry that I live a boring life. I love peace, but war ready if the world's ready to see you bleed. Cool. So I think that's really good lines, right? It focuses on just what the other person is doing, not pulling in person A to Z. Not saying I got to sleep with a this girl first, not saying I have more money than you. It's like literally just focusing on the actions of that specific other person. And that's more of a diss line that I'm all about, man. I mean, it's four sentences, but that little section there, I'm like, okay, more of this, please. Next is the Elohim KTW. The Elohim is God in Hebrew in the Old Testament. Drake gets his Jewish heritage from his mother, Sandy Graham. He went to Hebrew school as a child and even had a bar mitzvah. Kendrick previously mentioned that Elohim in his 2021 Baby Keem collaboration Family Ties. The Elohim, the rebirth, before you get to the Father, you gotta holla at me first, bitch. Alongside seemingly likening himself to God, Kendrick makes a mention to the vague acronym KTW. It could stand for Kendrick the Warrior, King of the West, or even King of the World. Interestingly, Psalms 46 or Psalms 47 colon 6-8 states. What the fuck? For God is the King of all earth. On top of that, two lines later, Kendrick raps, "Know the wires, KTW in your circle should puzzle you." Mind blowing. Know the sleep. These images trouble you, and then you know, know the wires. The first letter of each word is KTW. Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you. If you were street smart, then you would have caught that your entourage is only there to hustle you. All right, so going into the last section here.
100 niggas that you got on salary, and 20 of them want you as a casualty, and one of them is actually next to you, and two of them is practically tired of your lifestyle, just don't got the audacity to tell you. But let me tell you some game, cause I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda, hit blow up on you. You're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots, but your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little means is losing steam, they figured you out. The first opinions is not convincing, y'all need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you. Before you figure that you're not alone, ask what Mike would do.
Okay, so I think that last line about what Mike would do, Michael Jackson. Can we stop? What is this? What is this? Get out of here! Stop! This whole Prince and Michael's name. Stop dragging them through it. They don't care about y'all. They don't care about y'all beef, man. They're busy being just artists. Period. I don't understand. 100 brothers that you got on salary, saying he's got a lot of people paid, and 20 of them want you as a casualty. That's self-explanatory. One of them is actually next to you. That's again speaking to the person that might be, the really close to the center OVO person that's leaking information, and two of them is practically tired of your lifestyle. Again, just calling out people that are close to Drake. Just don't got the audacity to tell you, um, or courage. But let me tell you some game because I can see you, my little homie. You playing dirty with propaganda. It'll blow up on you. So just saying, like, taunting Drake, saying that his camp has double agents leaking information to his enemies. Therefore, the attention-seeking gimmicks using AI to put a Tupac verse on a diss track, etc., are ultimately going to blow up in Drake's face and backfire. He said you're playing nerdy with Zach Bia and Twitter bots. I don't know who Zach Bia is, but it says he is a well-known figure in the nightlife and entertainment scene, particularly in LA. He's often seen at high-profile events and parties and has connections with many celebrities, including Drake. This line suggests that Drake is using Zach Bia in some manipulative way to advance his agenda or tarnish Kendrick's reputation. It implies that Drake is not playing fair and is resorting to tactics that involve leveraging relationships or influences in the entertainment industry to gain an advantage. Kendrick additionally accuses Drake of using Twitter bots to slander his name, similarly to how in late 2023 Pusha T's name went trending due to bots accusing him of random things. But your reality can't hide behind Wi-Fi. Your little memes losing steam. They figured you out. Just saying, we see you. Your forced opinions is not convincing. Y'all need a new route. It's time that you look around on who's around you before you figure out that you're not alone. Ask what Mike would do. The forced opinions is not convincing. Y'all need a new route. Kendrick is implying that Drake's surrounded by yes men who cannot have an opinion outside of what Drake is allowing. After the release of Baby Keem and Kendrick's 2021 single Family Ties, where Kendrick raps, "Smoking on your top five tonight." Academics famously stated that his top five list includes solely Drake, then proceeded to sleep on stream while listening to CLB. I don't know what CLB is. Oh, Certified Lover Boy. Right. Academics also expressed great admiration of Drake's diss tracks at you push-ups and tailor-made while somewhat downplaying those coming at him by stating, for example, Drake shouldn't respond to Champagne Moments by Rick Ross, and especially changing his mind about Kendrick's Euphoria, where he went from amazed to unimpressed, then tweeted, unpopular opinion. This is a tweet by DJ Academics. Unpopular opinion. Rick Ross has Rick Ross had a better Drake diss than Kendrick. At least that brother came up with some jokes. BBL Drizzy funny. Kendrick just said the same stuff 15 other brothers done said. Shit wasn't even that funny or clever. I did see that tweet. Um Anyways, the last line, last couple lines. It's time you look around on who's around you before you figure that you're not alone. Ask what Mike would do. Oh my God, there's a ton of context here. From wearing Michael Jackson's iconic white glove in the music video for first person shooter to mimicking the pop stars uh, dance moves in the music video for Way Too Sexy, Drake has held MJ in reverence throughout his career, like everybody bloody should. Stop dragging his name through this nonsense. Drake, most recently, when Drake was about to tie Michael at 13 chart topping Billboard Hot 100 releases, he said this on First Person Shooter. Brothers talking about who's gonna get this repeated. What the fuck, bro? I'm one away from Michael, brother. Beat it, brother. Beat it. What? Yikes. Okay, that's a little cringe. After Dot incessantly goes at Drake for having snakes within his team on the second half 616, he finishes off the track by predicting for Drake a similar fate to Michael. After investigating Jackson's death, it was ruled a homicide by the LA county coroner who found a lethal mix of drugs lorazepam and propofol in Jackson's system during his autopsy. Later, Dr. Conrad Murray, Jason's his personal doctor, was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for the circumstance leading to Jackson's passing. Kendrick brought up MJ before this beef, telling Drake that he sees himself as Prince. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. So let's just that last line. Lastly, the phrasing of "ask what Mike would do" resembles the common Christian saying, "What would Jesus do?" Well, this lends to larger implications made throughout Euphoria and 616 in LA regarding Drake's general lack of concern with God or spirituality, while perhaps suggesting that Drake worships the wrong entity. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. Here's what I gotta say to this. I think that the song itself is the sample itself, the beat itself is a bop to listen to. Um I the song just felt like a kind of like an I'm better than you kind of thing rather than a diss track. You know, like it just felt so like you do this, I do this, or there's no way you have like I don't know. It's just it didn't. This one didn't feel really dissy. You know, I think it was not like us that felt very. um Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was not like us that felt very uh kind of haterade filled. You know, um this felt more like a song, and it just feels more a little bit lighthearted, just with like slight um you know, they're both just like I guess I mean I guess I'll see how it is when I get back to Drake's AI assisted track, tailor made freestyle. There's another Kendrick Lamar track that comes on after this, Euphoria. So we'll see if that one hits a little harder. In my opinion, this one was just very kind of chill and comparative between their two lifestyles more than anything. It didn't really feel too vicious on attack mode or anything, to be completely honest. And so you know, um, if I just separate the beat from the lyrics, I would listen to this beat and have a whole, different rapper on it and just give me like a different vibe rather than just, we're using this beat to make fun of another rapper. I don't know. Like, whether this is the first reaction that you're seeing out of me reacting to these rap battle, this rap battle thing, or you've been following along with me, you'll know that I'm not really into these rap battles because unless they're funny, I'm just reading other people's drama. I'm literally just reading other people's drama in song form. I want it to be funny. Like I'm not getting out of it by reading other people's drama. In real life, I do not. As soon as drama happens, as soon as I can sense dramatic people, as soon as I can sense people who, literally don't have the ability to just be chill. I'm so far away from that energy, right? So it's literally frustrating for me to go through these, but um we started it, so we're gonna finish it, and hopefully not have to do this ever again. Um, would love to know your thoughts on this song. And just as a quick note, this is the first song that I ran into that wasn't uploaded on YouTube. Apparently, Kendrick Lamar uploaded this first on Instagram. That's what I'm reading. And so there are just other channels that have this song uploaded to YouTube. So hopefully there's no copyright issues. But regardless, would love to know your thoughts on this song. And as I go back, I think there's 5 more songs now. After we go back and listen to Euphoria, only 4 more. So get to wrap it up soon and maybe have a big conversation at the end about what I think about this entire thing. But I think I've said most of my opinion on the whole energy being traded back and forth here. And honestly, all I'm gonna get out of it is either I like this song, I like this beat, I like the cadence, I like the how the words are being used around the beat. Because I've just heard a lot in the past. Like we've listened to, um, I mean, we've listened to 4 songs now. Not like us, Meet the Grams, Family Matters, 616 in LA, yeah. And I just feel like it's it's a lot of the same stuff going back and forth. So I don't know, man. I need something more. I need it to get a little juicier, but not just be. Um, I want it to still be a song that I can jive to, and not just be like a random beat in the background, and then we're just having, you know, not even try to rap the words and make them rhyme, or not even make them rhyme, but make them like work with the beat. It's just if we just have a random beat and 4 minutes of words being said into the microphone, I'm kind of thousand mile stare already. So, anyways, that wraps up 616 in LA. Love to know your thoughts down below. And as always, if you're liking these reactions, you like content like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.